All right, so last time we talked, we were talking about John Adams and the presidential election of 1796 and how John Adams became president. Let's talk a little bit about John Adams' presidency because it did not go. There were some issues, and they were a lot. Biggest issue that John Adams is going to have to deal with is France and Great Britain. John Adams was a Federalist, so as a Federalist, he greatly supported an alliance with Great Britain, or at least working closer together with Great Britain than with anyone else. During this, France is going to take the treaty that the United States signed under Washington's administration, Jay's Treaty, as basically just calling out that Great Britain and the United States are now allies. So Adams, who served as an ambassador to France during the Revolutionary War, served as the ambassador to Great Britain, France, Netherlands, has a lot of foreign policy experience, decides that he wants to send a peace commission to basically smooth things over with the French. He sends his ministers to go meet with the French foreign minister, whose name was Charles de Talleyrand, and Talleyrand refuses to meet with the officials. He doesn't want peace. So the same day that they arrive in Paris, they're trying to meet the French official, they get a word. And 3 individuals come and meet the peace ambassadors. And they say, if you pay us a bribe, we will gladly get you an introduction with Charles Talleyrand. Well, word of this goes back to John Adams. They also refused to pay the bribe. That's kind of important to mention. And John Adams has it published in the newspapers that 3 individuals, Misters X, Y, and Z, tried to bribe the United States government in order to have favorable trade, to have a meeting with Charles Talleyrand. And United States citizens were outraged. You don't have to pay or a bribe to go meet with a foreign government to talk about peace. That's wrong, and you shouldn't have to do it. And the Americans were ticked, and rightfully so. So what is going to happen now is we're going to enter into a quasi-war. Quasi is a word that means not quite or almost. In this case, we're going to enter an almost war with France. This is going to lead to the creation of a standing United States Navy. Since the end of the Revolutionary War, the United States didn't have a standing Navy. We weren't really at war with anyone, so we didn't really need one. However, now we are in a state of war with France. Even if it's undeclared, it's still in a state of war. So Adams is going to authorize the creation of a navy. In order to supplement the ranks in the meantime, he is going to have privateers, which is a fancy word for pirate, help patrol the United States coast and help take out any French ships that might be trying to attack United States ships. He is also going to reincorporate the military, and he's going to have to pick a new commander for the military, and he chooses none other than